What's up, losers? Today I've got another couple of r/fatlogic posts to respond to. Because I've really been on a roll making these videos. And I figure that I might as well keep up the momentum. At this rate, I'll have like 10 hours of fat acceptance content before the month is out. Ha ha. Just kidding. But yeah, let's get right into the posts.
It's so sad seeing a fat person post pictures of themselves, with captions like, "I know I'm not pretty. I know I'm not what society wants. But I'm me," and always devaluing themselves. And then seeing that person post weight loss pictures that they did for health. I'm pretty sure you did it because of the internalized fat phobia. I'm sorry you felt you had to. Hashtag fatphobia. Hashtag worthy thoughts.
It's possible for two things to be true at once. Though, like, yeah, maybe they did have some insecurities about their fat body, and maybe their desire to lose weight might have been motivated more by a desire to change the way they looked than by health concerns. It's sad to think that so many people are struggling with such body image issues. But I wouldn't deny that that's the case. However, none of that means that health wasn't another driving factor behind the weight loss. Why can't someone lose weight for aesthetic reasons? And for their health, it's not one or the other. And, perhaps most importantly, even if the person in question doesn't care about health at all, and never gave the health benefits of weight loss a second thought, they will still reap the benefits of that weight loss all the same. So, what exactly are we left with here? You discouraging someone from doing something that would dramatically improve their health, because you think that the motivations that you have ascribed to them are not pure enough, according to your own personal moral standards. Can you see why people might find this mindset self-absorbed? Instead of viewing everything through the prism of your own opinions and experiences. Try to put yourself in someone else's shoes for once. It might be an eye-opening experience.
Not to continue to bitch about fat phobia in creative spaces, but knowing how to recognize and call out that shit is a good first step. But folks really need to get over their fear of depicting characters with any body fat whatsoever. I'm so sick of six-packs and sharp jawlines. I'm so sick of huge tits and asses and skinny waists. Start giving characters pudgy faces and stomachs and limbs, or I'm going to start biting people. Hashtag it's normal. It's literally normal and average and needs to be depicted. Hashtag collab rambles. Hashtag fatphobia. Hashtag fatphobia TW.
Okay, so, while I don't have any particular issue with having more diverse representation of bodies in media, I don't really think this is the way to go about it. Like, berating people over the way they choose to draw their characters is a surefire way to make yourself look like a self-obsessed whiner. Even if you don't like seeing pictures of thin or lean people. It's not like such people don't exist. And in certain genres and styles, it's only natural that people are going to want to represent their characters a certain way. Like, it's not a surprise that people will depict Superman and the Hulk as muscular, and it's not a problem either. There are certainly cases where characters are represented in overly sexualized, or idealized ways, relative to the context and tone of the media in which they appear. And this can be distasteful, or promote harmful aesthetic standards. But adopting a blanket standard of thin representation is bad, is not the answer, and is so obviously self-serving that it's laughable. To conclude, if you want more fat representation, maybe you should pick up your pencil and draw it yourself, rather than attacking other people for producing art that you don't like.
It seems so simple. More people are L3X than XSL. Feels like they're losing money on smaller sizes. So, do they hate profit, or just fat people?
I definitely think it's the latter. It just doesn't make any logical or financial sense, to be honest.
Okay, so, I don't know exactly how large the sizes being referred to here are. But I have never really believed in this idea that clothing companies somehow have it out for fat people, and deliberately fail to stock clothes in their sizes, just out of spite. To begin with, I don't think it's just fat people who struggle to find clothes in their size. I think that happens to thin people as well. Heck, last time I was buying a belt, I had to go to the kids section to find one that fit. Which was kinda embarrassing, not gonna lie, but the lesson is probably that if you fall on either end of the spectrum, i.e., significantly thinner than average, or significantly fatter than average, it is naturally going to be more difficult for stores to accommodate you. Because you fall outside of the range that adequately provides for 90+% of people. If clothing stores actually felt that they could make more money by selling more plus-size clothing, there is absolutely zero doubt that that is exactly what they would do. Nothing trumps capital. End of story. We already have evidence for this if you think about it. That evidence being vanity sizing. Over time, the same nominal sizes have come to represent clothes designed for larger bodies, because companies couldn't continue to sell the original small clothes for a population that had grown bigger. So it's fairly clear that clothing manufacturers and stores do not care at all about preserving thinness. And as a final point, when push comes to shove, extremely large clothes require much more material to make than small clothes, which increases production costs. So at a certain point, it no doubt becomes less economical to produce additional sizes, especially if they are to be sold at the same price.
Your weight doesn't impact on the validity of your health.
What? I think my brain just broke. The validity of your health. I have no clue what that even means. The only way I can make sense of it is if the person who wrote it doesn't know what the word validity means, and thinks that it's just some buzzword that can be slotted in just about anywhere. But like, health isn't something that is valid or invalid. It's something that is good or bad, or somewhere in between. I think a lot of these fat acceptance people don't get that commenting on the health issues that obesity can engender is not motivated by a desire to make fat people feel lesser, or unworthy, or even unattractive. It's simply an assessment of the risk to which they're exposing themselves through the diet and lifestyle choices, and a frank statement on the changes that will need to be made to ameliorate the situation. In fact, it's because we value and care about fat people that we want to make sure they have the best possible chance of avoiding debilitating health issues. Or at the very least, to make sure that they are not caught off guard when these issues arise. Although it might suck to be called unhealthy, and it might be tempting to sink back into the comfortable denial that fat acceptance provides. Please understand that those who advise you to lose weight for your health have your best interests at heart, and the fat acceptance movement most assuredly does not. Well, that's all I've got for you today. What do you think? Is there some hidden meaning to the validity of health that I'm missing? Is it some kind of code? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll draw you as a raging fat activist, haha. Anyway, catch you later.